We're also live on Facebook, facebook.com/JustWinBabyRaiders, okay? Facebook.com/JustWinBabyRaiders. Yes, I'm the #1 show on YouTube for Raiders content. We might also be the #1 show on Facebook now as well. Facebook.com/JustWinBabyRaiders. My mom, she watches on Facebook, so you guys should too. Shout out to her. Manny Bruce Salvador. Raiders more total yards this season, Richard or Jacobs? This is a high-quality question. I'm still going to lean with Josh Jacobs, okay? Now, Jacobs had 20 receptions his final year at Alabama, and he slowly got better at catching the football. If I had to put a number on it, I'm going to say Josh Jacobs is around 900 to 1,000 total yards, and I think Jalen Richard is at like 600 to 700. Okay? But you guys know the show's not about me. R for Richard, J for Jacobs in the comment section. One of my most loyal watchers is Jeremy. Jeremy, I don't know if there's anybody that messaged me more. I think you messaged me more on my vacation than my mom and my dad did. So shout out to you. AB needing double teamed. I don't see how other wide receiver won't have to break out year than last year. I read that right? Jeremy, I love you. I don't understand the question. I think AB will have a good year, but I don't know if he can break out. If that's not the question, you know where to find me. Chris, you're coming up, my man. What do you think? Who do you think will win? Raiders or Bears? And what do you think the score will be? God, I can't read. If I had to put an early prediction down, you guys are going to like it. I'm going to say the Bears. I think the Bears are a really solid football team. They were 12-4 last year. They won their division. But if I had to put down a score, let's go with 24-21 Bears. I think it's going to be a lot closer than what people think. It's also a tough road for the Raiders. Like, you're going to play the Vikings, you play the Colts, and then the Bears. It's a lot of traveling. I think the NFL hates the Raiders. But throw in the comments section if you get mad at me because I'm not being a homer. I'm sorry. My job is to give you my opinion. Raiders Zach, do you think we start the season with tight end we have, or do we add someone? I'm crossing my fingers for Kyle Rudolph. I think the Vikings are going to release Kyle Rudolph, and I think it could be an option because when I look at this depth chart, it really doesn't excite me. Now, Darren Waller, sure, you could say that he has high upside because he was a wide receiver, but he's super athletic, but he's not really that good of a tight end. Like, I'm sorry to say it. Now, Foster Moreau, he's another pretty solid option, but he's young. Carrier, he looks like he put on some weight. Luke Wilson, he has the most experience, but I'm still not sold on Luke Wilson. Now, maybe Waller can surprise me. Maybe. But I would want the Raiders to add somebody because I think when you look at all the moves that they've made this offseason, we're in win-now mode. So let's not toss it away on a position just because, I don't know, we went kind of cheap. Sorry. Skull Life _20. What will be our biggest needs next season? It could be quarterback if it doesn't go well. But I really, really hope that's not the case. I think offensive guard could be a potential need. I think linebacker could be a potential need. So those are probably my biggest three right now off the top of my head. But if things go bad for Derek, it could be quarterback. So throw in the comments section. Make sure you guys subscribe to the #1 Raiders channel here on YouTube at youtube.com/Raiders Report. Let me know what you guys are drinking. I'm still sipping on my IPA here from San Francisco. Oh, my God. San Francisco IPA from Anchor Brewing. Let me know what you guys are drinking. Let me know what you think of my new background. Raiders Zach, looks like we're getting another question here from you. Do we pick in the top 10 next year with our pick or Bears pick? No, I don't think so. I think the Bears are probably going to be another team that's probably around 10 wins again, and I'm really hoping that the Raiders are a 9 to 10 win team. So in terms of picking in the top 10, not quite going to get it done, which, come on, not really upset about. So, Noel, what? If Cooper, Nelson, Matt Crabtree, Cook are gone, why is Tom Cable? I'll be honest, man. I guess the question is, if all these guys are gone, how is Tom Cable still here? I'm not really sure. If you guys don't want Tom Cable here, though, type FC in the comments section because I'm just as surprised as you that this guy still can get a job because when you look at adjusted sack rate, he's really, really bad. One Ron, which rookie do you think will make the biggest impact? On defense, I'm going to go Cleveland Ferrell because I think it's the biggest need that the Raiders had. And on offense, it's the easy answer, but it's Josh Jacobs. Like, I think Jacobs is going to be one of those players who's going to get close to 200 touches. So, let me know in the comments section who do you think is going to be the biggest winner here for the Raiders. I'm seeing Brett laughing. So, Wesley Gant. Why do you skip out on Chat Sports last week's? Us 570 guys don't roll like that. We can handle our alcohol. Check out Rusty Rail IPA from 570 Mifflinburg. Wesley, okay. I'm guessing you know that I'm from the 570. I'm sorry that I went on vacation. It is my first vacation since I started working here September 2017. That's a fact. So, I'm sorry that I went to Cancun. I'm sorry that I had a good time. If anybody wants to see where I stayed my last 2 nights in Cancun, because it wasn't at the resort, hit me up on IG or Twitter at Mitchell Renz 365 because it's a pretty interesting place. But I've actually already had the Rusty Rail IPA from Mifflinburg. And no, I don't like Mifflinburg. Julian Cordova. Should Raiders trade Carl Joseph? It depends what we can get. At this point, I liked what Carl Joseph did at the end of the year last year. But I think if we trade Carl Joseph, I think we're going to be selling him a little bit low. Like, I think teams are understanding that they went out and they got Jonathan Abram. And I don't want to sell a player low who started playing well for Oakland down the stretch. So, should they trade him? Unless the offer is absolutely amazing, I'm going to still stick with no. Amber, coming back. Amber, if you got a picture, I would actually know what you'd look like. Why do we get a left tackle to play right tackle if we trust Miller? It's a great question. Okay, like, when I saw the report that the Raiders are going to move Trent Brown over to right tackle and put Kolton Miller at left tackle, it really confused me because then I don't agree with them paying Trent Brown $16.5 million. Kolton Miller, I think, is a talented player. It's why they drafted him 15th overall. And I know that Gruden has a lot of confidence in him. Heck, Gruden has come out and said that he thinks Kolton Miller is one of the most athletic players he's ever seen. And Kolton was actually good, but then when he got hurt, his numbers will tell you otherwise. He gave up, 39 quarterback pressures, 10 sacks, worse than the NFL. Why do we get a left tackle to play right tackle if we trust Miller? I think it was one of those things. It was an idea that came out, but after seeing maybe the way that the team can work now, maybe just Colton's better on the left side than Trent. I'm hoping that's what it is, and I'm hoping it's not already a plan that they're backfiring on. So, all right, Central Cali Bear. Need to sign both Kyle Rudolph and Richie Incognito. Our depth all around would be far better. Okay. I don't want Richie Incognito. Sure, he's an okay player, but you're telling me we're going to go out and have Antonio Brown, Vontaze Burfict, and Richie Incognito. That is a circus just waiting to happen. Now, I'm all on board Kyle Rudolph, but I don't want Richie Incognito. I'm sorry. And I also don't want Tom Cable to be responsible for Richie Incognito. That sounds like the worst idea in the entire world to me. Sorry, it does. John does it all. Was that his old name or knows it all? I feel like he changed it. I'm not sure. I heard some rumors that Crabtree could come back. If you heard those rumors, it could have been from the Raiders report because I know I've put it out there a few times. Now, I don't really see Michael Crabtree coming back. I think when you look at the Raiders' overall wide receiver depth chart, some of the moves that they've made this offseason, sure, if he would want to come back and play for the Raiders, you could consider it, but I don't really see it ultimately happening. One Ron. This is an interesting picture. Kind of looks like what I would imagine Tom's going to look like when he comes back from vacay. Should the Raiders trade for Hunter Henry? He's not on the block, so no. But do I love Hunter Henry? Sure. He's 24 years old. He's a talented tight end. But I don't think it's going to happen, okay? Rigo Ortiz. What if Williams played tight end? I'm guessing you mean Tyrell Williams. He's a wide receiver. Like, he's tall. He's, I think, 6'4", 225. Doesn't mean he can play tight end. And Tyrell's not really all that great of a blocker. So, I think we should keep Tyrell at the wide receiver position. But, hey, if you guys are disagreeing with me, let me know. If you think that he could play it, let me know on Twitter at Mitchell Renz 365. Central Cali Bear. I need a sip of this. Hang on. Hey, Mitch. Who will be our biggest free agent priorities in 2020 as far as re-signing our own guys? Oh, man, that's a good question. I would need to see who is all going to be a free agent in 2020. Like, don't get mad at me. I haven't looked in to see who our free agents are in 2020. I haven't yet. I just came back from vacation. But Central Cali Bear, how about this? You send me a screenshot of this, and I will do my homework, and I'll get back to you in my DMs. Okay? Cool. Raider Nation Network. Sounds like a good network. Keep Tom Cable. What? What? Oh, man, you're crazy. I also think this is a burner account from somebody else who has a Raider Nation Network. How many games will the Raiders win in 2019? Let me know in the comments section. You think it's going to be 8, 9, 10? Let me know. If you guys want to put your money where your mouth is, use that link below. Chatsports.com/bet. use my promo code Raiders120 for 120% deposit bonus. So if you think the Raiders are going to go out and win 10 games and they're going to make the playoffs, put your money where your mouth is. If you think they're going to win the Super Bowl, put your money where your mouth is. Chatsports.com/bet. Again, guys, use that promo code Raiders120 for 120% deposit bonus. I'm sorry that I went on vacation, and I'm sorry that I was gone for so long. But I promise you, I do not plan on going anywhere for a very, very long time. And if anybody wants to go to Cancun with me next time, let me know. The only way that you're going to go to Cancun with me is if you subscribe to the Raiders Report, youtube.com/Raiders Report. I'm going to ask you guys one more time. So if you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Facebook, how many games will the Raiders win in 2019? Now, this video is going to loop through. I'll be in the comments section. I'll be commenting. So if I miss any of your questions, I'm sorry. You can also hit me up on IG or Twitter at Mitchell Renz 365.
Raider Nation, what's going on? Is this the #1 Raiders channel on YouTube? For Chucky Heads, believe it, baby. And if you haven't already, subscribe right here. I'm giving you Chucky Heads, news, rumors, Raider Nation rumors. And look at this, I'm making your life easier. Check out my next video. Thanks for watching, and go Raiders.